Oh yeah, where does this go? Here? That good? All right. Can I just use the clicker or, I mean, the keyboard clicker? I might do that. You all are so smart. I have to have a cheat sheet. Let's see. Is this click? Yeah. Okay. Good morning. My name is Sara Clark, and I had the great pleasure of spending a week at ECU Health Edgecombe Hospital this past July. 3 words: communication, collaboration, and cooperation. In honor of my externship, my instructional assistant and I collaborated to name our G.W. Carver Elementary classroom in Pine Tops, North Carolina, the Caring Crew. This slide is acknowledging the copyright of Slides Go and the support of Grace Terry. Thank you so much on our workday, communication and collaboration. My goal has been to connect with ECU Health Edgecombe in as many ways as possible through our G.W. Carver school. Let's look at a few of the ways. Math is Mine, Club Days at Carver, and the externship PBL lessons. At the beginning of the year, kinders have a math unit called Math is Mine. The children particularly enjoyed pretending to be in the rehab unit on the recumbent bike. We exercised, checked our pulse and our breathing, and exercised some more. We looked for patterns and we made connections between our pets and the hospital cat. We looked again at pictures from the rehab unit to find shapes in our world and to practice oral language and math vocabulary. I notice, I wonder. Photographs from the hospital helped us practice vocabulary and discuss various hospital jobs. We discussed appropriate cleaning tools, substances used at the hospital by our hall custodian and in our classroom. Our student teacher helped facilitate a sorting, counting, comparing lesson using our wipe stash and our plethora of paper towels. Again, communication, collaboration, and cooperation. At the beginning of the school year, our principal started some new activities to help us get to know each other better. Clubs currently meet on early release days for 45 minutes. Our first presenter was one of my parents who works in the therapy department, occupational, at ECU Edgecombe. After learning all about an OT's educational trajectory and some of the supports they provide, our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders enjoyed strengthening their writing muscles with Play-Doh. You'd think they'd never had Play-Doh before in their life. A very much enjoyed hand washing lesson for our 5 kindergarten classes was presented by Miss Libby Sasser, the infection control specialist at ECU Edgecombe. We learned what happens when soap gets in the water near germs. Of course, the germs were pepper. The correct way to wash our hands: do not forget your fingernails, thumbs, and your wrist, and where germs might hide if we don't wash well. Ms. Sasser also provided the children with their own small hand sanitizer, which pleased them immensely. 2 weeks later, thanks to Ms. Sasser and AI, thank you, Grace, again, Club Day centered around infection control. We partnered up to practice treating small wounds and larger wound care. Again, communication, collaboration, cooperation. And we practice washing our hands correctly in order to be infection control agents at G.W. Carver. Thank you, Ms. Sasser. The overarching theme for our PBL lessons was healthy helpers. How do community helpers work together to keep us safe and healthy? We wondered together about who helps us stay healthy, the types of jobs that might be in a hospital, and making connections to people who do those same jobs at school. These are some of the wonderful people I got to work with. Then we read about jobs in a hospital, discussed with our partners, communication, cooperation, tried to cooperate, what healthy helpers we had learned about. We worked together, collaboration, to define some hospital worker roles. And we played an I Spy game that taught us some new healthcare vocabulary. Our next topic was healthy choices, sorry about that, and clean habits, good things we can do to stay healthy. Since we participate in the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Grant Program at Carver, the children have some experience with ferreting out what is healthy and not healthy. After sorting pictures of healthy and not healthy foods, we discuss the people at school and at the hospital who help us eat healthy food. Then we moved on to exercise, essential for healthy bodies. First, we rocked out with Sid the Science Kid. Hope it doesn't blow your ears out again. Then we drew pictures of our favorite moving and grooving ways to exercise. And last, we moved on to another Let's Get Moving video. On Friday mornings, we always do the cha-cha slide. We'll have to do that when I get back. Our last Healthy Helpers topic brought us to our action steps. How can we be a healthy helper, a cooperator in our school community? We tasked the students with creating posters to address ways to be a healthy helper in our school community, a task that required, again, communication, cooperation, and collaboration. They created posters for the playground, for the gym, for the bathrooms, very important place to keep clean, and outside the school buildings. In the coming months, I plan to continue collaborating with ECU Edgecombe in the following ways. Be Fast training brought to our fifth graders by their quality control department, upcoming Hospital Explorer guests for our club days, and participation in the Teddy Bear Clinic with the Pine Tops ECU Edgecombe satellite. Lily the dog and I take our morning stroll past the hospital every day. I live just a block from the hospital. It was incredible. The medevac path is directly over my house, and I drive by the hospital complex daily on my way to and from work. This externship has given me a small taste of what goes on behind those walls, the ways in which personnel with vast and various skills combine their knowledge to improve the health of all the people in our communities, and the vast amount of employment opportunities within those walls. I'm so thrilled that I got to have this truly uncommon experience. It's a gift to me, and it's a gift to Carver Elementary School. Communication, collaboration, cooperation. Thank you, ECU Health Edgecombe. And the words of their daily safety huddle, which they're participating in right now, we are all set for a safe day.